Did you know that solitude nurtures self-awareness, leading to clearer-cut goals and personal growth? Well, over the past year or so, I've been practicing my solitude and learning to tap into my self-awareness myself and learn more about it. And let me tell you, my self-esteem has improved, my goals have become more clear-cut, my growth has grown substantially within myself. My mental health has improved, my physical health has improved, and it can for you too. One of the most important things my therapist told me and my psychiatrist told me was to take at least a half hour a day to myself. That half hour is crucial to gathering my thoughts, to putting myself in a type of solitary confinement. And when I say solitary confinement, I don't mean the broken system that we use in our justice system. I mean a solitary confinement of peace and quietness and stillness in your life. To just be alone with your thoughts. I can't emphasize how important it is. It's therapeutic. It helps you come down. It helps you, if you're a person of faith like myself, it helps you feel closer to God or whatever creator you believe in. It's essential. And this idea came from a book I'm reading from Luke Burgess called Wanting. It talks about the desires we all want and we all crave. And it goes more into detail into this idea of solitary confinement that we need to have at each day. It's crucial. I can't emphasize it enough. I just finished my evening run. 8 miles today because I'm half marathon training. And during my runs, I listen to my audiobooks. I listen to Audible. I'm currently reading a book called Wanting by Luke Burgess. It talks about the desires we all crave as humans and that we all want. We all want in different areas in our lives. And we're all different, but it talks about just the underlying purpose is the same. And something else I do is I do guided runs at the same time on Nike Run Club app. And it's helping me through my half marathon training program. And it's either Coach Bennett, it's a handful of coaches, but my favorite coach is Coach Bennett. But this time it was Coach Blue. And it was a 67-minute run, intervals. So I would alternate between 8 minutes of my 10K pace, 4 minutes of my 5K, followed by 2 minutes of my mile pace. And it would cycle through 3 times. So the first story he talked about to get us through that was about Joni Benoit, who was the first American woman to complete the Chicago Marathon. And she did this, I think it was 1980s, 1985, I think. And he talked about how the odds were all stacked against her, and she didn't listen to anybody but herself. She had knee surgery about 2 weeks, and 2 weeks before she ran this marathon. And not only did people think she wouldn't qualify, but people didn't think she'd be able to do any of it. Not only did she qualify, but she finished. She finished first. She had the fastest time. And he linked it with 2 other stories. He talked about the origin of the marathon as well, which I knew a little bit about before, but I didn't know the full story. But I think you guys could benefit from this. So basically, it's called a marathon because it originated in ancient Greece. It originated in the Battle of Marathon. And that was in Greece. And it was a Athenian soldier by the name of Philippe, something like that. Something like that. And he ran from Greece, from Marathon, Greece, all the way to Athens. And this distance, what would you guess this distance was? 26.2, right? Because that's the distance of the traditional marathon. Well, apparently, it was only about 25 miles, and I say only like it's only a short distance, right? 25 miles is still a lot, but it actually didn't have the full 26.2. That additional 1.2 miles started when I think he was talking about the first official marathon was ran in the Olympics in 1908 in London. The Queen of England at the time, Queen Alexandra, she decided to have it be 25 miles, but the additional 1.2 would come in because she wanted to have the starting loop go around in vision of the royal castle. So that loop, the addition of that loop, in order for everybody to be able to see it from the castle grounds and out their windows, would add up that additional 1.2 miles, making it the 26.2 mile distance that we know today as a marathon. So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, to link it all together, Coach Blue was talking about, and you know, if you're not a runner, it's okay. This analogy could go into other things in life, but basically if you're doing something that's more of a marathon and not a sprint, if you start to get exhausted towards that 25 mile mark, coming on that last 1.2 miles remaining, just know that it was supposed to be 25 miles, but you could thank Queen Alexandria for that last 1.2. She's the one to thank. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another cool story was the world record was just recently passed. It was set by the Kenyan runner, Inuit. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but basically he is the first human known to man to surpass an under 2 hour marathon, which if you don't know how amazing that is, it's hard to wrap your head around it. Basically, it's 4.4, no, it's basically a 4 minute and 34 second average mile pace. But it wasn't just 1 mile. He did it 26 times in a row. I can't even fathom how fast that is and how incredible of a feat that is. But I basically combine this with the desire approach from Luke Burgess's book, Wanton. And basically, you know, it's all about what you desire. It's all about those therapeutic thoughts, those therapeutic mindsets that you gather. And if you desire something, you could truly achieve it. Another thing that I didn't mention was during that marathon run, Philippes, when he made it back and claimed that victory in Athens, as soon as he got back and proclaimed that victory and he stopped, he collapsed from exhaustion and he died. He died right then and there. So he met his goal, he made it back. He found it in himself to get back and find it in him, find the strength in him to make it. And once he met his goal, he had nothing left. So that just goes to show that humans have incredible willpower and desire within. So that fired me up today. I needed a moment for myself to go for that run. I needed a moment to truly take for myself, to truly have that moment of peace, that moment of solitary confinement, it goes so far, man. So I encourage you today, if you don't have that time to truly enjoy by yourself, go find it today. Go find it. It's necessary for countless reasons, but I think it's important for everybody to know how to be alone and know how to just enjoy their own company and just be alone with their own thoughts. I made this video recently right here talking about the science of what it means to be happy, all according to Harvard's professor and happiness expert Arthur C. Brooks when he was on the Dave Ramsey show. I am confident you'll get some great information out of that video as well about what it takes today in 2024 into 2025 to be happy. And with that, I also have my new exercise course that I've launched totally free in the description down below. So if you're interested in that and more about what I am all about and what I've learned over the past decade of training others in my own exercise community, feel free to give it a click, and hopefully it could help you out today, especially if you're are living a busy lifestyle, being a full-time parent, being a full-time professional in the workplace, whatever it may be. So feel free to click that today if you're interested. If you want more lifelong health tips, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.